Griffin, and this is actually not a response to Divinity 33372's recent video. It's inspired by it. She was talking about anarchism and whether it works or not. I'll put it to you this way: I'm a decentralized minarchist, and I'll tell you why. There was an episode of King of the Hill where a bunch of hippies invade the local national park, I think it was, and they basically are camping on top of the communal resources of water and sewage. Hank comes up with a frankly genius plan to get rid of them, which sort of ends the episode. And he goes, look, they've cut off the sewage, they've cut off the water, and he's got his mate, the park ranger, to do that. He says, don't worry though, we can still live here. And they go, yeah, how? And he goes, look, if we all pitch in, we can dig some latrines, we can, set up a communal water filter from the river. It's going to take, people working in shifts to keep it all working, yet, if we roster it out, shouldn't be that bad. And they're gone within about an afternoon. So, yeah. That's what I see with a lot of free market capitalists. They want all the, something Hannibal Barker was saying actually, they want all the benefits if they don't want to have to do the work. You're going to have to. If you want the state out of your life, well, you're going to have to fill the gaps of what the state does for you. And don't get me wrong, you can do it. However, from the time we're kids in school to the minute we're mentally destroyed adults, we've been taught that you can't do stuff without an authority's permission, and the authority will, of course, never give you permission to get rid of the authority or establish your own without their permission, as some form of sub-authority. No. This is something I liked about the individual sovereignty movement, what some people call sovereign citizens, though as I've been repeatedly told, it is a contradiction in terms. Because a citizen is someone who accepts the protections and granted rights given to them by another, as opposed to someone who has all freedom as their natural human right. Having a decentralized minarchist state would make everybody the policeman, police officer, whatever, everyone the firefighter, everybody has to pitch in when there's a threat to their community or something that they can well reason will bleed over into their community or will deprive them of time or resources later on. That means you have to be proactive. Believe me, a lot of free market capitalists do not want that. They just want to sit back, play on their investments, and whenever there's a problem, they ask someone else to handle it for them. So trust me, when it comes to a decentralized minarchic state, you need three things. One, everyone to pitch in and proactively support their communities to keep them running. Two, you'd need people willing to risk themselves for others, or else, for life and limb. I'm not talking about business, I'm not talking about money, I'm talking for life and limb. You would need people would have to, by and large, be willing to chip in there to risk themselves for others, because, they would pretty much, they would pretty much have to, or else everyone eventually would die off. And finally, you'd need to remove pretty much all the laws on the books and go down, I think it was Robert Menard who said it, to the 4 basic crimes. There's only 4 real crimes. The corpus delicti. If you can't show me the body of a crime, there's no such thing as a victimless crime. No victim, no crime. He said, if you hurt somebody, that's damaging them, that's a crime. If you break someone's stuff or deprive them of it without a good reason, a very good reason, well, that's a crime. If you kill somebody, naturally, that's a crime. And if you lie to somebody for no good, like not for entertainment or, a prank value, that's a crime too. So fraud, goodbye Wall Street, hurting people in anything except self-defense, There goes most of the foreign wars of aggression. And basically not taking people's stuff, and there goes, without just cause or unless it's a reparation, and there goes most of your victimless crimes, like people losing their house and money over pot smoking and the like. So it's really not that hard. It's actually really pretty simple to live in what you'd call a minarchic or anarchic society or a voluntarist society. The problem is you just have to, you would be under you'd be under an enlightened obligation, let's just call it that, to be proactive, or else you'd know that eventually the whole thing would fall apart. And the only people who want their societies to fall apart, as long as they don't have to do anything, are sociopaths. It's as simple as that. And of course, I did a video a long time ago called Sociopaths by Extension, or Psychopaths by Extension, where I just said, look, if we keep clinging to the idea of maybe I don't have to do any of the work, maybe I can pull it off this time where I don't have to go to war this generation, or I don't have to lose my shirt and everything else in a financial crash, maybe it won't hit me that hard, then yeah, you're gonna kind of be supporting a system because you're hoping that you'll never have to, you're in the lottery not to pay the wages that you've earned. So anyway, yeah, I can't tell you that things are going to be beautiful if you have anarchy. It's going to be hard work. What I can tell you is this: it would be hard work that everyone would have to do, and everyone would see the immediate benefit of. Is that a good or a bad thing? I'll leave it to you to decide. Anyway, I'm Ozzy Griffin, and these are a few thoughts on Decentralized Minarchy.